This is very pigmented. So I'm gonna do a little tap it on my pajama pants. Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a get ready with me video for y'all today on this look. Right here is what I ended up creating, playing with some newer drugstore goodies. I just have like a big box of newer goodies over here, and I was just kind of grabbing things to play with. So we've got things from Maybelline, L'Oreal, Elf, Catrice, NYX, Essence, just like it's a random collection. I literally was just grabbing things, and this is what we created. So that's what we're doing today. If you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do these kind of videos, new drugstore videos, favorites, reviews, empties, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are doing this look, playing with some newer drugstore goodies, so let's get to it. Okay, so I've already applied my skincare, so I think I'm gonna start with the Maybelline Poreless Jelly Primer, 2% niacinamide. Such cute packaging on this. I love the kind of light blue seafoam green. That's just cute. A little bit goes a long way with this. Like, you just don't need very much product. Kind of like a thicker jelly sort of a texture to it. Now I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow tint. I have it in 100 Cool. This is pretty. This is really pretty. I like that primer too. I think it does a good job of really smoothing. This is definitely a glowy tint, but I like the way this looks on the skin. Especially after I get, you know, my concealer, powder, all the things on. I like this as a base. And I like it better than kind of the other, like all the halo, or is that what it's called? The filter ones? Like the Elf one, the Catrice one, that are kind of supposed to be like the Charlotte Tilbury one. Whatever those are called. I like this better. I don't know that it's supposed to be exactly like that, but I just like the formula of this better. I don't know how to describe how it's different. It's like glowy, but not as glowy as those, because those I do not like all over my skin. I like those more as a highlighter, whereas this, I like it all over my skin. Like I said, especially when I get my concealer and powder and, you know, kind of finish up my makeup, I like how it ends up looking as a, you know, final look. Okay, I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Fluff, and I got the other shade. I got Blonde, 250 Blonde. I am going to use that, but I'm going to start out with some of the IT Cosmetics Powerful, Brow Powerful, just to kind of get the shape of my brows, especially this front area, and then kind of along the bottom a little bit, and then I'll do the fluff kind of as a last step, fluffing step, almost like a brow gel kind of product. But I like to get the shape. I need a pencil. I need some kind of a pencil to get the shape of my brows and to do the front of my brows. Okay, so there's that. So if you like a fluffy looking brow, then this is what this does. It gives you a fluffy looking brow. Get very little product because a little bit goes a long way with it. I am fine with a fluffy brow, but it's not like my go-to. I'm not quite used to seeing myself with a fluffy brow, but this does do a good job. I think it's important to get the right color, because at first I got, oh, I can't remember, soft brown, I think. And it was too dark, too intense, didn't work. This one works much better. And I was kind of concerned that this would be a little bit too warm toned, but I think it worked. I'm gonna use this Elf Keep It Ethereal palette. So pretty. So I'm gonna mostly get a little bit of this, tiny bit of that, all over my lid and blend it into my crease. I mean, these blend so well. I love this color story. The formula is amazing. It's such a good palette. Turn that down with the lightest shade in the palette and use that as a brow bone highlight. It's not quite light enough to really be a true brow bone highlight for me, but I can kind of use it as a blending, softening shade. Because see, it's just a little bit yellowy and deep for me personally. Okay, so there is that. So pretty. Which shade do I want to use? I think I'll use this one. I like to kind of go upwards and sort of get into these shadows. I don't know what it is about them. They can kind of tend to get a little bit of hard pan, but if you kind of get into them, then you get more of the pigmentation. You know what I mean? You got to just kind of get into them. I'm going to use a little bit of setting spray. It is chaos in front of me. There is no space. Oh, that's so pretty. It's just beautiful. I really was not planning on going this intense with my eye look, but you know, it just, sometimes it just happens. Let's do some blending and soften this a little bit. Just kind of going over it with the brush that I did those initial blending shades. Just kind of softening everything. I don't know if this is really even doing anything, but kind of taking down some of that metallic sort of intensity. Yeah, I think this is working. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, for eyeliner, I'm going to start with this Revlon Color Stay Multi-Liner. It's the one that you're supposed to be able to use on your eyes, your cheeks, your lips. I like this. I like it mostly as a lip liner, honestly. I think in a pinch you can use it on your cheeks. And it does work on the eyes, but I think the formula is best intended for the lips. I think it works best for a lip liner. Anyway, I'm going to use it as a main eyeliner, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of this Color Stay Multi-Liner. These are the ones, I don't know why they call these multi-liners. I can't remember. Or Glide. It's these that look like this. Anyway, and this is the darker brown shade. I'll list it for you down below. I think it's like High Stakes or something like that. High something. What does this say? High Stakes. Yeah. So mostly the maroony sort of color. This is Dallying. Yeah, mostly this and then just a little bit of the brown. So there's what that looks like by itself. It's very, very pretty. But I like just a little bit more fullness kind of at the base of my lashes. So I add just a tiny little bit right there and kind of blend it with that maroony mauve sort of color. It's very pretty. They're really pretty together. I cannot find the mascara that I was going to use. I was going to use the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal mascara. I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. Is it here? Nope, that's not it. So I'm going to use this one, the Revlon Color Stay Full-Time mascara. I like this better than I thought I would, for sure. This does build volume. Like it says, what is it? I still have the packaging here. It says natural looking volume. It definitely gives natural looking volume for sure, but it can be built up for a little bit more volume. Doesn't really give a lot of length, but it does give some natural looking volume, but can be built up a little bit more, and it wears well. So this is what I'm going to use. Used a little lash comb, and now I'm going to curl my lashes. This is the Sephora lash curler. So it's got a curvy applicator to it. And a little bit goes a long way with this. I mean, like if you need, you know, to get your mascara on quick, this is one of those that like it doesn't take a lot of coats to, you know, get it on there and get that natural looking volume. But if you want more intense volume, you're going to want to build up a little bit. And it builds fairly nicely on itself, but you know, you can't apply like 10 coats of it. There is one quick coat. I mean, I think it's pretty. It is pretty. Just, I mean, I like the most vavoom looking lashes, like looking like you're wearing false lashes, but not everybody wants that, you know what I mean? So if you want that natural looking volume, I think this delivers on what it says it does. Oh, looking at kind of my newer drugstore stuff in here, I should have used this. This would have looked good with my top because it's kind of a duochrome-y. It's the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Liner in Aurora Flip that has like that purpley green shift. That would have been pretty. But oh well, we're beyond that, so whatever. Okay, I'm gonna start out for under eyes with the Neutrogena Radiant Concealer. Yeah, Radiant Cream Concealer, and this is in, I think, Ecru. 2 Ecru. Yes, gonna start with that. Then I'm gonna use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the brightener. Then I'm going to use a little bit of Maybelline Fit Me in the fair shade. So I like to kind of build them. This one's a little bit more peachy, so I can kind of use it almost as a first step color corrector to kind of correct that blue, purpley color under my eyes. I have leftover swatches that I couldn't fully get off my hand. Okay, then I like to use the brightener shade from Maybelline because it has this beautiful pinky tone to it that is also color correcting, but just kind of subtly brightening on me personally. Like this shade is a little bit brightening, but it's not crazy intense. And I typically like to apply this with my finger. Just kind of the warmth of my finger sort of presses it into the skin. I like that look. Then I get the Fit Me, put just the tiniest little bit under my eyes, a little bit around my nose, and then a little bit on my chin and where I have broken capillaries on my cheeks, mostly on this cheek. Okay, I'm gonna set my T-zone with this Essence Flawless Skin Trio Loose Setting Powder. I have way too much product out, so yeah. But it's got like the different colors in it, which is so nice. Peach, pink, and a purple. Now, each of these are a little bit deep and intense for me personally, but I do still really like the idea of the 3 different shades in there. Oh, I'm breathing it in. I'm about to start coughing if I keep breathing that in. For me to have this really be truly brightening, I would need almost like a lighter version of these. But yeah, I really like the idea of being able to kind of customize it, you know? Do you want a little bit more peach? Do you want a little bit more lavender or pink? I don't know what I have in here because it just kind of got a little out of control. It looks like it has more of the pink and lavender. It's a very finely milled powder, so when you open it, it kind of goes everywhere. I did not bring in, do I not have, I don't know if I have any other powders in here other than my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pore. So that's what I'm going to use just for the other areas of my face. Normally I would not use this as kind of a, I don't know what you would call this, setting powder. I kind of use it almost as like finishing powder, like a last step, or for oil control or blotting. That's typically how I use this powder. And it's not Drugstore, sorry. But it's what I had in here. Okay, now I'm going to use the Maybelline Lifter Sticks. And I have the shade 35 as kind of a contour. Let me find a brush, probably that needs to be washed. Let's be honest. Where's the, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit of this, just a little bit in there, and a little bit in there. I really don't use contour and bronzer shades every day. Kind of, I don't know, semi-rarely, honestly. I use more just kind of blush, but I want to play with this. And this is a good product. I don't know that I would like this as an all-over foundation or concealer shade. I mean, kind of product. Well, I mean, I think if you like a product like this for all over your face, I do think this is a good formula. I just don't tend to reach for like a stick concealer like this or something like that. In a pinch, I would use it as like a, you know, complexion kind of product. So I think in a pinch, it definitely works. Okay, use just a little bit of the CoverGirl Clump Crusher on my lower lashes and kind of sealed the top of my lashes. I don't really feel like I need to do that with this Revlon mascara, but I kind of just do it out of habit because this one doesn't tend to smudge on my upper eye, brow bone area. Okay, now I'm going to use this product, the Catrice RH Reactive Multi-Stick. Let's put a little bit on my lips for fun, just so you can kind of see what it does there. Cute little like flush of color. Let's use a little bit on my cheeks. I think this is cute. I think these pH reactive things are just, you know, personal preference. I think you kind of either love them or hate them. I personally really like them. I think because on me, they end up being just a kind of pretty bright pink color. And I like pinky colors on the cheeks and on the lips. So the color that it ends up creating on me personally, I really like. Then I'm gonna top that with the e.l.f., let's see, Primer Infused Matte Blush in Always Crushing. I'm just gonna get a little tiny bit of this. I'm gonna try to, this is very pigmented. So I'm gonna do a little tap it on my pajama pants and on the back of my hand. And then just try to lightly apply this. It's more of like a peachy sort of a shade. It's very pretty. These are beautiful blushes. I'm gonna use just a little bit of the L'Oreal Lumi Les Glace in Glassy Pink Ballet. I'm just going to use my finger and just lightly tap this on my cheekbones. A little bit goes a long way with this, and I'm putting it on top of powder products, so I don't want to kind of disrupt those products, but this is very pretty. I'm going to kind of go over it just a little bit with my blush brush I just used, kind of tap to sort of blend everything. Then I'm going to take my powder brush and go along the edges just to kind of blend things further. Okay, then I'm going to use the NYX Duck Plumping Lip Liner in Pinkjection. Let me go around my lip with a little bit like of just leftover foundation. And I'm going to use this. This is a plumping lip liner, so you definitely start to feel that like tingle, kind of spicy feeling on the lips, but it's really pretty. I love this color too. Then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil. I love these. This one is the shade 601 Worth It. These are so pretty. Oh my goodness. They smell like mint chocolate. They smell so good. Doe foot applicator, nice formula. So pretty. These are plumping as well, so they do also have that plumping kind of spicy feeling on the lips, but I love them. Really comfortable, good formula, hydrating, but then they do have that kind of plumping sort of effect to them. So yeah, here's the finished look. I really like how it all came together. I really didn't have a plan. I just kind of jumped in and started playing with products, and this is what we ended up with. I like it. I hope that you guys really enjoy getting ready with me today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Let me know down below your thoughts on these products or any other newer goodies from the drugstore. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video.